Welcome to this explainer. From steam engines all the way to modern automation, every single industrial revolution has completely flipped our world upside down. And today, physical spaces, we're talking massive factories, complex supply chains, sprawling enterprise campuses, they are literally waking up. We're going to dive right in and explore exactly how AI, the Internet of Things, and ultra-high-speed connectivity are fusing together to create these incredibly intelligent, data-driven ecosystems.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the Industry 4.0 revolution, then look at intelligent digital infrastructure, followed by AI and industrial IoT. After that, we'll check out smart buildings and digital twins, touch on driving ESG and sustainability, and finally wrap up with Vision 2030.
Let me ask you a question. What actually happens when a factory wakes up? Well, consider this for a second. A modern smart factory generates more data in a single day than an entire small city. It's mind-blowing. We're looking at how traditional, silent operations are transforming into living, breathing, connected ecosystems that actively think and adapt on the fly. All right, let's jump into Section 1, the Industry 4.0 revolution.
So, looking back, Industry 1.0 gave us mechanization. Industry 2.0 brought in electrification and mass production. Then Industry 3.0 introduced computers and automation. But Industry 4.0, it is a total paradigm shift. It isn't just about making machines faster anymore. It's all about intelligence and connectivity. It's essentially merging people, machines, processes, and massive amounts of data into one seamless, functioning ecosystem.
Moving right along to Section 2, intelligent digital infrastructure. Okay, so before you can even think about deploying artificial intelligence or fancy smart robotics, you absolutely have to have a rock-solid, mission-critical digital foundation. We're talking about taking traditional IT and fusing it directly with operational technology, or OT. Your enterprise IT infrastructure components, things like data centers, LAN/WAN connectivity, fiber optic networks, and hybrid IT solutions, these act as the high-speed nervous system carrying vital, zero-latency signals across the entire enterprise.
And right at the beating heart of that network is highly reliable, secure, and scalable data center infrastructure. Why is this so crucial? Well, because a modern factory floor spits out an unimaginable amount of real-time data. Relying just on distant cloud servers, it simply isn't fast enough anymore. You need advanced edge computing capabilities right there on site to process all that intelligence with zero latency and absolutely zero downtime.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 3. AI and Industrial IoT. This is where things get really cool. Industrial IoT essentially slaps advanced sensors directly onto equipment. It literally turns every single machine, robotic arm, and assembly line into a continuous source of real-time intelligence. But the magic doesn't stop at the factory walls. These same sensors track physical assets, automate giant warehouses, and monitor logistics fleets in real time. It creates a fully visible, highly intelligent supply chain from end to end. We are truly at an extraordinary inflection point right now. As C.P. Gurnani, the co-founder of Ionos, points out, India is at an extraordinary inflection point. Blackbox brings the digital infrastructure engine, and together we cover the entire journey from the physical layer to the AI application layer. What he's getting at is that we aren't just consuming AI anymore, we're actively building it into the physical world. Ionos brings the AI brainpower, and Blackbox provides the physical engine to make it run.
And Sanjeev Verma, the president and CEO of Blackbox, really hits the nail on the head with this next point. AI transformation begins with a strong digital foundation. We can help organizations move from AI ambition to AI at scale. You see, you can't just want to use AI. You have to have an accountable partnership that connects that physical infrastructure to real measurable outcomes. We're talking optimized operations and serious revenue growth.
Let's look at how this plays out in physical spaces in Section 4, smart buildings and digital twins. When you walk into a modern commercial office tower today, the infrastructure is practically reading the room, literally. Through smart building connectivity, AI dashboards and IoT integrations are managing absolutely everything behind the scenes. From tweaking the HVAC systems based on exactly how many people are in a room to managing smart access control. The building itself is constantly adapting to optimize comfort and save energy, all without a human ever having to flip a switch.
And how does a smart factory anticipate a problem before it even happens? Well, they follow these steps to build what's called a digital twin. First, you deploy IoT sensors. Second, you build a perfect virtual simulation of that physical equipment fed by that real-time data. Third, you apply predictive AI analytics to the virtual model. And fourth, you automate maintenance actions. By doing this, the system can actually predict a mechanical failure and order a fix before the real physical machine ever breaks down. It's basically time travel for factory maintenance.
All right, next up is Section 5, Driving ESG and Sustainability. You know, intelligent infrastructure isn't just about getting a competitive business edge. It's an absolutely critical tool for climate action. We're now seeing AI-powered network systems being used to plan and optimize massive energy grids. By tracking ESG and sustainability metrics in real time, these intelligent networks can drastically minimize fossil fuel consumption and seriously shrink a company's carbon footprint.
Let's compare these two models. The old linear economy, where we take materials, make isolated tech, and then just toss it in a landfill or a dusty closet when it breaks, that's just no longer acceptable. The future absolutely demands a circular economy. To be a truly intelligent enterprise today, you have to embrace responsible life cycles, certified e-waste management, and IT ecosystem renewal from the exact moment a piece of hardware is installed.
And that brings us to our final section, Section 6, Vision 2030, Autonomous Enterprises.
143%. Just let that number sink in for a second. This isn't some wild future projection, this is happening right now. Companies that are driving large-scale infrastructure transformations, like Polycab, for example, working under national schemes in India, they recently registered a massive 143% growth in their engineering, procurement, and construction segment. That is hard, undeniable proof of the soaring real-world demand for this kind of digital transformation.
Which leads us to the core reality of tomorrow. The future factory will be intelligent, connected, autonomous, and sustainable. Industry 4.0 is not merely about upgrading your hardware. It's fundamentally about creating smarter industries, building much stronger economies, and ensuring a vastly better, greener future for everyone.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. How is your organization preparing for the autonomous digital ecosystems of tomorrow? Are you still holding on to those legacy systems, or are you laying down the intelligent infrastructure you need to actually thrive in the future? Something to really think about. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.